Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Living with Shay Sean and my name is Shay, and I am a homeschooling mom who is going to dive right into how we're nature journaling for the years. And we started this nature journal during the virus. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, but anyway, so we started this while we've been quarantining home, and I just wanted my kids to be able to get outside and be in nature and learn some things while we're at it. So I'm going to get right into what we're doing, and as you can see, I'm outside and I'm on our porch. This is where we do our nature journaling. Sometimes it's even raining and we'll come out and we'll sit on the furniture out here and we'll talk about nature and absorb what is going on outside and around us. And it's hot out here because this is Florida. So this is the nature journal. This did come from the Good and the Beautiful website, but during social distancing and everything, they actually had made this free for about 2 months. So that's what we did. I just got blessed to actually be browsing the website at that time. But anyway, so this is our journal. In this first page, it says all about me. And Shania, I went through each question and we filled in the boxes based on her answers, and she drew this little picture in the middle. And then we have all the seasons. So we started in spring. It was late spring, and I actually went through and I just tabbed everything: spring, summer, fall, and winter. And then at the bottom, that's anytime down there. That's how I organized it. And we've just been working our way through the journal. And so because Shania is a kindergartner, I read her the questions, I ask her, you know, whatever it is that they want to know, and then I write down her responses, what she tells me. So for instance, this one says describe it, and then it says describe 2 or more things about nature that you love during the spring using descriptive words and sensory language. So she was supposed to describe touch, sound, sight, and smell. So she chose the birds and flowers, and then we made this little chart. So I wrote down that stuff. So that's just one thing. And then she had to tell me a story, and I was her scribe, so I wrote down her story, and then she drew a picture to go along with her story. And I'm just gonna read her story because I think it's so cute. Anyway, she said, one day there was a little bird called Tweety. Then her mother came and gave her food. Then another bird came. They were friends. They got married. They had eggs. They hatched. They had 2 girls and 1 boy. They lived happily ever after. The end. And that was her story. And then she wanted to illustrate some eggs. And actually, I drew that picture. She didn't draw this. I drew it. She told me how to draw it, what colors to use, and that's the picture that I drew from her telling me what it was. And then let's flip over to summer, which we haven't really gotten deep into summer yet. But for summer, it goes through the same cycle. In the summer, we're going to focus on birds. In the spring, we did a lot of focus on flowers and trees and stuff like that. So to support this unit, I did get some resources that we're using, and I'm just gonna briefly go over and show you guys what we've been using to support the nature journaling. These are some just reader louds that we do. This is Run Wild, and it's by David Covell, and I actually got this on Amazon through the Amazon book club. This was one of the books that they sent me. It has really beautiful illustrations in it, and the girls love to read this book. It just reminds you to get out in nature and run around a bit. So Run Wild. And then we have Hello Hello by Brendan Wenzel, and this one is also from Amazon. And this one, it just has a lot of different animals in it. The illustrations are beautiful, and both of my girls really love reading and looking through this book. It's all about animals. Our next one is Buzzing with Questions, The Inquisitive Mind of Charles Henry Turner. And this is written by Janice N. Harrington, illustrated by Theodore Taylor III. And this book is just amazing because I never knew who Charles Henry Turner was, but I do believe that it's important that our children know that we're in every aspect of society and the world, that African people and African American peoples more specifically are important contributors to our society. So when I found this book, it was very important that I got it, even though it was $17. And I don't usually spend $17 on like a read aloud, but I did for this one because I thought that was important for my child to see. That if she wanted to be a scientist, she could be a scientist too. And then something that I really loved about this book is that they had his actual pictures in the back. And my daughter always asks if we're reading stories about people and things, is that real? Are they real? Is that a real person? So she can actually see his real picture in this book. So I highly recommend this one. The next read aloud is this Animals, and it's just a search and find book like Where's Waldo, but it's Where's the Animal, and you have this block right here and then you search for the animals. And both of my children enjoy this book all the time. And I think you can find this one on Amazon too, but I actually got this, did not get this from Amazon. I got this from a store somewhere. Next is our Superbug Encyclopedia, and it's a Smithsonian book. I've talked about this in a previous video, and this book is just a really good reference book where you can reference and then discovery. So you can discover new animals, new insects and bugs, and then learn more about them. And if we see bugs, we for sure will try to identify what class of bugs they're in, and or what type of bugs they are, and what their properties are, stuff like that. So that's where we're going to use this book. The next one is we got Exploring Nature. This little book is a book of activities, and we've actually done a couple of activities that are in this book. Like some of them are really easy, like for instance what we've done is we've done the sink and float. And let me see if I can find it. Okay, sink or float, and all you do is you have different types of things, and you put them in a glass or a jar of water or a bucket or whatever, and you see, and you have the child guess, do you think it's gonna sink, do you think it's gonna float, and you talk about the reason why they do either or. Next we have one of those Welcome to the Museum books. I got this for the illustrations and the different beautiful pictures of the animals, and then it breaks them down based on what types of animals they are. For instance, this one is going to be talking about fish, and then it goes into different types of fish, and they just have really good illustrations, and I just thought this was a really good book to add to our collections as a reference. We also got this collection, the Julia Rothman collection, and it came with 3 books for $30-something, and they are the Farm Anatomy, Nature Anatomy, Food Anatomy, and they also have an Ocean Anatomy, which is like $14, which I'm going to be buying for one of our unit studies for the next upcoming year. And inside it just has different information, like it's a resource book, so you can go and you can find fun facts about trees and leaves and animals and indoor cats and outdoor cats and all kinds of stuff. So this is very cute, and my daughter loves looking through that. Another book that we have is The Backyard Birds, and this is just birds that are found in your backyard, and I think this is for North America. And then we got another birds book, and this is a DK book, and I got both of these on Amazon as well, and it just has some birds in it and then some fun facts about birds. We got the Trees book, and this is also a DK book, and it says The Magic and Mystery of Trees, written by Jen Green. And it's just really beautiful, And it has a lot of fun facts and interesting things about the types of trees and the different seasons and the animals that help to support the trees. And it gives you a view, I think I just passed it, of what it looks like below the trees. So that's beautiful. So then this is another Smithsonian DK book, and this one is Trees, Leaves, Flowers, and Seeds, the Visual Encyclopedia of the Plant Kingdom. It also has cactuses in this book. It has grasses and grains, so she can learn about foraging for food that is edible. At some point we're gonna do that. And then it has melons and just different stuff. So this is a really good one, and I got this on Amazon too. I'm gonna link everything below, so don't worry about trying to find the titles and all that. I'll have everything below with their title and the link to them on Amazon. The last one book that I got is this DK Smithsonian Animals book, and it says The Animal Kingdom as You've Never Seen It Before. It has so many animals in it. It's really quite crazy how many animals they can fit in one book, but they did. And all these different types of birds. And it just breaks it down by the different types of species. So it has reptiles, and then it has birds, and let me see, what's another, mammals like elephants, and they have the primate section, they have the carnivores, they have the hooved animals, and turtles and tortoises, and snakes and parrots and marsupials. Beautiful. And if you have a child that really is kind of like a visual learner, then this would be very good for any visual learner. And that is it for the books that I got. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that this inspired you to get outdoors and do something with your kids. I wish you the very best. I hope that as you guys are putting together your homeschool units and studies and things that you're doing, that you're staying hopeful and that everything is going well. I wish you the very best. Consider subscribing, liking, commenting, all of that stuff, and share it with anyone else if this is content that they also enjoy.